Hey everybody, welcome into the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. I'm your host, Tony Edward. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button, as well as a thumbs up button, and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify or Apple, please leave a 5-star rating and review. Folks, I want to talk about the price of Bitcoin. I see a lot of people are panicking. Many are worried. Is the bull market over? Look at Bitcoin. It continues to dump. It went below 60K today. But guys, let's leave our emotions at the door. Let's look at some metrics, facts, charts, and so on and so forth. So today, Bitcoin printed a big red candle on the daily chart. Once again, it went below 60K. At the time of recording, it is over 60K. But let's look at the RSI, the Relative Strength Index. We saw a bounce on that after Bitcoin hit a super oversold zone, right? And we've seen this historically. Bitcoin can hit overbought as well as oversold. This applies to different altcoins as well. So it bounced and it started moving upwards. Now, it's not going to go up in a straight line, guys. And if you look back at what happened in last year, August 2023, a massive dump that put Bitcoin in a very oversold area. And then the RSI started bouncing, but the RSI in itself was very volatile, right? It doesn't go up in a straight line. There's many dumps along the way as it works its way up. But then eventually a massive green candle was printed and the bull market continued. And remember, we were in a bull market in 2023. The market bottomed in December 2022 after the FTX collapse. So all of last year, people calling for a recession, and this is no bull market, it's a bear market, and the price kept running up. Same thing is happening now. People are saying, hey, we're not in a bull market, dude. Are you crazy? And once again, many of them don't show any facts or data. They're just emotional about it. So let's once again not be emotional, but just look at the data. The RSI is in a uptrend here. So it's going to keep moving upwards unless there's a black swan event, which, you know, all bets are off if that happens. But we are in a uptrend and Bitcoin is bottoming out here. As long as it doesn't break through below 56K, it should be okay. The other factor I want to show you is the DXY, the dollar currency index, which is inversely correlated with Bitcoin and risk assets. It is breaking down on the daily chart, guys, in its price as well as in the RSI. This is a great sign. For weeks now, I've been telling you guys about this, that it was almost near its peak and it would start breaking down. Now we still need full confirmation, and we could see the employment numbers that are coming on Friday have an impact on this, and hopefully it sends it downwards. And many analysts are highlighting that this is very bearish for the DXY. The chart setup is very bearish. Here, one analyst highlighted that another triangle on the DXY and showing that a breakdown is going to be coming soon. The analyst stated that July and August will be great, and talking about risk assets, of course, because of the inverse correlation. Another analyst highlighted that this is a potential bearish flag here for the DXY, and we should see a breakdown. Now, guys, this is not guaranteed, right? We are forming a thesis based on the facts that we have today, but things could change tomorrow and Friday and so forth. So we have to be open-minded and realize that there are no certainties here, and that we have to update our facts as things progress. But based on what the data and what we're seeing right now, this looks bearish. Let's hope, fingers crossed, right, that it breaks downwards, because that will be very good for Bitcoin and risk assets. Now, the other factor I want to highlight here, and once again, no emotions, just data. The supply of Bitcoin on exchanges is at a very low point right now compared to where it was in March. And if you're wondering why the hell does that matter? Well, let me give you a summary here from Sentiment, which is providing the data. They're a partner of the podcast, so if you want to sign up with them, you could check out the link in the description. The Bitcoin balance on exchanges chart depicts the cumulative Bitcoin holdings across different trading platforms. When the balance is high, it suggests more people may be preparing to sell Bitcoin, leading to an increased supply and potential price drops, ideal for short positions. Conversely, a low balance suggests fewer sellers and thus a potential price pump. Great for long positions. So we're looking at the charts, we're looking at the macro with the DXY and what may come on Friday with the employment numbers and the Fed and so forth. We're looking at the Bitcoin balance on the exchanges. and we're seeing signals of continuation of the price of Bitcoin and altcoins and the bull market continuing. So guys, I hope that is helpful. That is what I'm looking at and what my thesis is for the continuation here. And guys, I've been here for multiple bull market cycles. I've seen this before and I see people getting scared. And you have to look at data. You can't just go by your emotions. Oh no, the price is down. Oh no, Bitcoin printed a red candle today. What are we going to do? Well, what does the data tell us? What story is it telling us? So I am bullish, guys. I expect a bounce coming this month. It doesn't mean we're rallying to new all-time highs immediately. It means we are slow and steadily moving out of this pullback zone. So I hope you guys understand that. Let's move ahead. We've got big news from FLR. LayerZero version 2 integration connects FLR to 50,000 decentralized apps across 75 blockchains. So FLR has done a big integration here with LayerZero version 2. And, this is going to connect FLR to many different chains, including Ethereum, Ethereum L2s, and Solana. Huge news. I am very bullish on FLR. I hold the FLR token. I am delegating and earning my rewards. Here, Hugo Filion, co-founder of FLR, said, "This is huge for FLR." One crypto trader tweeted out, "FLR will be a high flyer this cycle." So things are looking very bullish for FLR. And a great place that you can invest in FLR is on Uphold, which is a crypto platform I've been using since 2018. I can vouch for this platform. They have 260 plus cryptocurrencies, all the top altcoins. They have audits and transparency reports. They don't commingle or lend out your funds. I've interviewed the CEO, CFO, and many representatives. And you can also trade precious metals on this platform, such as gold, silver, palladium, and platinum. So if you'd like to learn more about Uphold, check out the link in the description. Now, guys, we got a very interesting article coming out from Forbes. The title of that article is "Trump Sparks Talks of Bitcoin as a Strategic Reserve Asset." Guys, the narrative is being built here. Bitcoin is digital gold, a store of value I hold in my portfolio, and we're seeing many companies are adding it to their balance sheet. The Wall Street crowd is here. They've got their spot ETFs. They're seeing record-breaking inflows. You got some countries who are making it legal tender, and I believe central banks, I honestly believe central banks will hold Bitcoin in the future as one of the reserve assets, including gold and other things. So Bitcoin, with its scarcity value and the strong narrative as a reserve asset, and obviously its performance being the best performing asset over the past 10 to 11 years, is going to see significant adoption. Nate Geraci of the ETF store weighed in on this. He said, "Highly interesting read. Trump admin potentially pursuing Bitcoin as a strategic reserve asset." A quote here is, "Simple game theory dictates adoption by one nation, necessitates other nations consider the same, whether friend or foe." So, guys, the narrative is being laid here. I'm so bullish. I've told you guys I'm bullish about this cycle, but also future cycles. Just imagine what we're going to see in the next bull market, in 2028 and so forth. Given that Bitcoin has crossed these major hurdles and has gone pretty much mainstream with the ETFs and companies adding it to their balance sheet. We're going to see significant adoption. And this is how you got to look at it over the years, not the hourly, the weekly, and the price volatility. But if you look at it over the years, you'll see clearly what is happening and the exponential growth we've been seeing. Now, Consensys highlighted that they have acquired WalletGuard, which is a Web3 security firm. They help prevent crypto theft with open source extension and security dashboards. Consensys says the new addition to our family strengthens MetaMask's commitment to our user protection, building on recent security feature integrations to safeguard against hacks and scams. So I love this. This is great. Continue to expand, continue to build, continue to make your products more secure, because this asset class and technology is still new to a lot of the masses out there. So we need products that are highly secure so that people don't lose their funds. We have to prevent as many hacks and issues if we want to get global adoption of this technology. Now, guys, we are seeing across the United States, different states are embracing crypto in various ways. We know Wyoming and Texas have been leaders in embracing crypto, but here's an article that highlights what some other states are doing. From Louisiana to New Hampshire, crypto advocates are winning. As many states settle in for their summer recess, the momentum behind digital asset legislation shows no signs of slowing down, and it could shift voters' focus to many congressional and down ballot races this fall. So far in 2024, we've seen over 30 bills impacting digital assets enacted at the state level. That's a lot. We're at the middle point of the year. So that's more than double the number that passed out of the state houses last year. We also see progress in both Republican and Democratic states, reflecting a broad bipartisan appetite for clear and consistent crypto regulation. States are seeing the importance of showing the work ahead of November. June has been a particularly active month for state crypto policy in New England, the home of a few important races and a variety of bills addressing key areas such as custody requirements, self-hosted wallets, unclaimed property, crypto mining, and central bank digital currencies. For example, a swing state of New Hampshire, which has alternated between Democratic and Republican majorities in its state legislature since 2006, is making moves to expand its regulatory framework to include a certain digital asset activity. The state legislators spent June negotiating differences between the House and Senate passed versions of HB 1241, which extends its money transmitter laws to capture virtual currency transmission. Folks, this is really great because the states are moving faster than the federal government. And as they move and get things done, it will put pressure on the federal government to get things through. Obviously, we're seeing some progress on the federal level with the FIT 21 bill making it out of the House. Still has to go through the Senate and still has to be signed into law by a president. Which president? I don't know. The elections are coming up. But guys, we're seeing a move in the right direction. We got capital coming in, you got big players, stock exchanges, Wall Street firms, banks getting involved. We're seeing governments embracing crypto, both on the state level and federal level and globally. Guys, I'm so bullish, and I hope I'm painting the picture here of how incredible this stuff is. And I say that because I got into the market in 2016 and we didn't have anything like this. So in a way, I'm jealous of the people coming in now, but I'm not jealous about the price entry points. So I got in at the lows, of course, and I've been accumulating and buying the dips over the years. So but the things that are happening here, you can come in and have confidence. There's no longer the skepticism or the stigma of, is this real? Is this a fad? Is this magic internet money and so forth? Now, speaking of global adoption of crypto, the Basel Committee finalizes crypto exposure rules for banks. The on and off ramps being built for everybody, institutional investors and as well as retail. So the Basel Committee met on July 2nd and 3rd and made policy decisions on issues that included disclosure of banks' crypto exposure. Its decisions are part of the Basel III reforms that were begun in 2019 to enhance the resilience of European Union banks through regulation, supervision, and risk management. A disclosure framework for banks' crypto assets was proposed in December 2022 and opened for comments in May 2023. The framework includes a set of targeted amendments to the original proposal and revisions to the prudential standard for stablecoin regulations. So guys, you see that they started this process years ago, and it's now coming to fruition. So this is why I've been saying you got to be patient when it comes to investing, especially in a relatively new asset class like this. And you see that they're not banning it. They're not saying, banks, you can't touch crypto. They're saying, no, if you can do it, we just need you to report it accordingly. Stock exchanges, you can hold crypto. You can do what you want. Just report it to us. That's bullish. They're not banning it. They're not outlawing it. They're embracing it, and they're regulating, and they're going to tax it. You know, the governments want a cut of that, right? They want that tax revenue and all that. So guys, amazing things are happening globally for crypto. When in doubt, zoom out, be patient, and leave your emotions at the door and look at the facts like this, right? Look at the charts, look at what the data is telling us, look at what the news is telling us as far as adoption and real things happening like regulations and the embracing of crypto and so forth. Let me know what you guys think about this. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Don't forget to grab a copy of my book, Rethinking Crypto. Grab a copy to support the podcast. Grab a couple copies for your friends and family who want to learn about crypto. If you bought a copy already, please leave a rating and review on Amazon. It would really help. Link will be in the description. Thank you guys for watching and listening, and I'll talk to you all later.